And a good Thursday evening, everybody. It's 8:30. This is David Oliver streaming live right now from our digital news center with your early news and weather information here on the Night Beat, which we bring you every weeknight at 8:30, streaming on our WIBW Plus platforms across all the streaming devices you have right now. There's a live look at downtown from our Midland Exterior Skycam network. That is 10th in Kansas. Obviously, it's not too bad of an evening in terms of weather. We're ending February, and we're still talking about highs approaching record temperatures tomorrow. The record for tomorrow is 76. Jeremy's calling for real close to that, and we're going to have the forecast for you coming up in a couple of minutes here. But yeah, I mean, make some plans to get outdoors tomorrow if you can. Even Saturday looks pretty good too before we get that change on Sunday. And you're going to want to kind of know more about the timing on that. Jeremy's going to be along with the first alert forecast coming up here in just a couple of minutes on the Night Beat. I want to get you caught up on just a few quick news headlines that we're following tonight. We got an up-close look today at some new technology that the Kansas Highway Patrol says is going to help it better stop high-speed chases before they potentially turn deadly. And they gave our Callie Holthouse a look at what are called grapplers. These devices are something they're using across the state now. Take a look at Callie's report.
The purpose of the grappling technology is to stop chases before they turn deadly. They work by grabbing onto fleeing vehicles and bringing them to a controlled stop. Troopers say it's safe and effective. This is what stopping a fleeing suspect could look like. The Kansas Highway Patrol has added 2 more grappling systems to its fleet.
That net that is folded out in the arms will grab that tire and slowly start pulling the vehicle to a stop. It prevents the tire from rolling forward anymore, which will essentially stop that entire axle from moving, so we can slowly bring it to a controlled stop.
Trooper Tanner Eddings says it creates a safer environment for everyone involved and everyone else.
It definitely prevents longer pursuits, or just prevents pursuits in general, which is what we want because it prevents a danger to the public.
Each unit costs about $7,500 to install. The nets cannot be reused once they're deployed.
It is a little more expensive than some of the other options, but when you factor in possible damages when you TVI a car, sometimes we'll have damages to the quarter panels of our patrol cars, and it actually does reduce the cost of things like that.
Troopers say it's not about changing their pursuit policy, but strengthening an existing arsenal that includes things like stop sticks or tactical intervention.
The grappler fits right in. It's just another great tool. It's up to the troopers' discretion on a variety of factors of where they want to use it and what tool they think would be best for the particular circumstance. This brings the total number of KHP vehicles with this equipment to 8 in the state of Kansas. They're found mostly in your urban areas. Reporting from Topeka, I'm Callie Holthouse, 13 News.
So again, you heard the cost there on the installation of that unit there on the patrol car, $7,500. Now, if they deploy the net, as you heard there in Callie's report, they can't use it again. They've got to get new netting, and we are told that that netting costs about $375 to replace once they deploy it and they use it in some kind of a pursuit. And of course, the Highway Patrol also spoke to us today about the various factors that they have to weigh when they consider going into a pursuit mode of any particular suspect or vehicle here in the state. On a lighter note right now, a local woman, a chaplain, a hospital chaplain, recently received some special honors for her impact and her legacy and all of the great work she's done, in particular as a role model in Kansas for Black women. 13's Melissa Brunner introduces you to her in this 2-year health report.
For Reverend Dr. Linda Davenport Cummings,
I love people.
it's about others.
And I love it when people are touched by my presence.
Whether it's this recent mission trip to the Dominican Republic with Trash Mountain Project, her first career as a teacher, or her more recent calling as a chaplain.
I knew and understood that I was born and raised to be a chaplain, born and raised in the kingdom of God. But when I was younger, I didn't see women in ministry, especially African-American women in ministry in the Black Baptist Church. I didn't see me. I never saw a Linda anywhere in any capacity in my life.
It wasn't until her father passed away 15 years ago, when Linda was 40 years old, that she decided to pursue her calling, inspired by both her father and her mother, who returned to school after the 7th of her 8 children was born and earned a master's degree.
So she was the one who taught me that I could do anything that I wanted.
The journey brought Linda to Topeka's Stormont Vale 3 years ago. The hospital setting, she said, is a perfect fit for connecting with a range of emotions.
When people don't know what to expect of tomorrow, they don't know what's coming, I can sit there with them in it because I know how to grieve, I know how to love, I know how to be there, which is chaplaincy is just being there with somebody. You don't have to say a word, just be there.
For her impact and example, Reverend Dr. Cummings was honored during this Black History Month with the Portrait of a Black Woman Award of Excellence from the Kansas City-based Friends of Yates organization.
And I say thank you because I'm grateful. I'm grateful when people listen to me too. And I'm grateful to love. I'm grateful to serve. I'm grateful to be an asset to any organization that will allow me to.
Grateful to serve and to share. Melissa Bruner, 13 News.
We're obviously grateful to have her here in Northeast Kansas. I want to read some more information about her. Reverend Dr. Cummings, as Melissa learned, also was the first woman appointed to the Ministers' Council in the Kaw Valley District of the Missionary Baptist State Convention. She says her pastor told her it was time for women to take their rightful places. And we'll be posting that story as well on WIBW.com if you'd like to share more about her life and her legacy. That's the headlines that I've got for you here on the Night Beat here on this Thursday evening. After a quick 1-minute break, my friend Jeremy is going to be along and talk more about that forecast, which again tomorrow looks amazing. Saturday, not too bad. It's Sunday that we got to kind of think about and look ahead toward. There's a live look at downtown Topeka. The State House lit up tonight from the Jayhawk Tower and our Midland Exterior Skycam network. We're back in just 60 seconds.
All right, all, thanks for checking here on WIBW.com and everywhere else for our live stream. We do this every weeknight at 8:30. So what we have right now is a mild evening across the area. Temperatures are above normal again here in Northeast Kansas, and we're expecting to see temperatures tomorrow making it into the 70s. Again, that's extremely warm for this time of the year. Could even be record-setting in some spots. Here's a check of the temperatures currently. We've got 48 degrees in Topeka, 45 in Manhattan, Concordia 55 degrees. And let's check out the temperatures across Northeast Kansas. It's been a comfortable day in the area. Bear with me for a moment here. I'm running an experiment. All right. You're part of my experiment tonight. So let's look out there right now from downtown Topeka. We have a mostly clear sky, and it will be a mild night. Temperatures tomorrow easily making it to the 70s expected. Right now the radar is dry. The Prairie Bank Casino Resort live storm tracker, nothing doing here. We are expecting to see dry conditions through the remainder of the night. In southeast parts of the nation, down to Alabama, Mississippi, down to Georgia, seeing some spots with storms, even some severe weather. This evening had some wind damage and some wild hail in Alabama earlier. Nothing up here, as again it's a mild night with temperatures dipping into the mid-30s by the time you wake up tomorrow in the morning, with a 36 in Manhattan and about 37 in Topeka. Winds will be light. Tomorrow, 75 degrees, And we were joking earlier about calling in sick to work tomorrow because it's so nice. And I said something about I suspected I had a virus, and I actually had a message come in of somebody with treatments. I was kidding. I don't actually have a virus. At least I don't think so. So 75 degrees, and hopefully you don't either, but 76 degrees, the record high for tomorrow. And we're going into the mid-70s. Saturday's forecast a bit cooler, but still very warm for this time of the year. It is Sunday. We run into the possibility of some snow and some light rain. And just it's not going to be as nice of a day to get outside and enjoy. So if you have plans for the weekend, I strongly encourage you to get outside on Saturday and enjoy the weather, because Sunday will not be as nice. Now look at the 8-day forecast. So we've got several rain chances next week. Again, this thing on Sunday is not particularly heavy, but it could have some sleet or even some snow in it. The middle of next week, next Tuesday, that's going to be the 3rd of March. We start to get more of a stormy pattern. I wouldn't say there's wild severe weather around here in the next few days, but so we'll start to have to worry about severe weather maybe by next weekend, and then the possibility of several rounds of rain the middle of next week into the middle of March. Again, more of a stormy pattern is how it is at least looking for now. All right, that's what we have. I'll see you on 13 News at 10.